1989 5.7 liter Chevy intake manifold with the attachments laid out more or less in their attachment order. As for the bolts, I've painted the ones that get torqued to the cylinder heads red. So those go on the passenger side. These go on the driver's side. The two little blue ones in front go on the thermostat housing. Notice that we've got a couple of different kinds of nuts here. These plain ones I'm using on the electrical connectors. These two have smaller diameter threads on top of the stud as opposed to these. These go on the back of the engine toward the firewall. On the passenger side, the two back ones that go over this lifting lug are 1/8 of an inch longer. These are 1 1/4. These are 1 1/8 inches long. So we'll start putting things together. I'll start with the EGR valve. Got a couple of rough nuts. Now this is only for bolt up purposes. Of course there'll be gaskets, etc. I'm not going to put it completely together. Heater hose connector, lifting lug, and it gets these two long ones. And the rest of the bolts, the torque bolts on that side. There's the temperature sensor. The thermostat housing, you'll put a thermostat in it. The lifting lug, we'll get these two with the bigger nuts. This is just an extra nut. I'm going to put it in to hold it. And two plain ones in the middle. And the two on the back have the little, the smaller threads on top. Now, this goes on there like that. Come around in here. But for this one, this goes on top, and this one goes in the middle. So we have to take this guy apart in order to torque these red ones down. So that'll be on there like that. We'll get one of these small short bolts. It's got a little telephone pole cross on it. Now that's in position so these can all be torqued. I believe this was an electrical connector. This one gets this brace that goes up to the alternator. Now, we've got some long bolts here. The skinny one goes into the alternator, and this one goes into the brace. Sort of like that. So, and then these two go on the thermostat housing. The plain nut is for the electrical connector, as far as in my opinion. And then on this side it goes up to the belt tensioner. Like so. And we've got, okay, on the passenger side, these electronic modules will go in there like that. Got a stud with its 3/8 threads, and then a little short stud. And then this brace goes in there like that. This little nut that goes on here, I think, is also an electrical connector. So once these are torqued down, then you can loosen this up and install the coil. It goes, slips under that bolt. Actually, there's something that goes in here, I don't remember what. I think this holds the clip for the fuel lines. And after all that's, oh, yeah, this nut holds that on. So there's the layout. Now come back over here. If you look at the bottom underneath, the length of the bolt sticking out, this is the short one. I wish it was about 1/8 of an inch longer, but these all stick through about 9/16 of an inch. These go straight down, whereas these are angled. So basically that's one way to tell where your bolts go, is to see how much thread is sticking through. There it is. Hope it helps. So when you're ready to torque the manifold down, you should have the lifting lug, and the throttle cable harp.